With the release of Lightfall, we now have access to a handful of Strand weapons. While we do have the Quicksilver Storm exotic auto and the Final Warning exotic sidearm, you don't always want your exotic slot being held up. Currently, there are only 3 other Strand primary weapons in the game: the Round Robin Hand Cannon, Synchronic Roulette SMG, and the Perpetualis Auto Rifle. We do also have the Immortal SMG from Trials that is coming later, but it's not currently available. To me, hand cannons don't feel that great in PvE, and while Synchronic Roulette can be good with the right rolls, it still has shortcomings such as a poor reload stat and mag size that can make it feel a bit clunky. Yesterday, I was able to get my hands on a couple of really good rolls on the Perpetualis Auto Rifle, and in my opinion, it simply outclasses every other option we currently have. The Perpetualis is a 600 RPM Strand auto rifle that can drop from Season of Defiance content. It is also craftable, meaning all the rolls we go over today will be possible with enhanced perks. After using it for most of the day, it's definitely secured itself as my go-to primary Strand weapon. It has a great base magazine size and has excellent handling and reload stats as well. There's a couple of perk options that I want to talk about on this thing, but first I want to talk about the origin trait, as it really helps the weapon out and makes it so we don't even need to worry about our barrel and mag on some of these random rolls. The Noble Deeds origin trait states that this weapon gains charges after assisting allies with revives, healing, overshields, or subclass buffs. Defeating targets consumes charges, and while charged, this weapon gains bonus handling and reload speed. This is a fantastic origin trait, as all of the activation criteria happens completely passively. It makes the weapon feel amazing at all times. The reload speed is extremely noticeable and really helps set this weapon apart. We also have the artifact perks Defiant Armory, which improves the benefits provided by Noble Deeds, and Origin Hones, which makes it so weapons with Noble Deeds are always overcharged in activities with overcharged weapons. This adds a 25% damage bonus in almost all playlist activities that will stack on top of other modifiers like Strand Surge for even more damage. We also have Untangler, which creates a suspending explosion on our Strand tangles when destroyed by a Strand weapon, Allied Unraveling, which grants us free unraveling rounds on Strand weapons, and Threaded Blast, which increases the damage and size of the explosion on Strand tangles when destroyed by Strand weapons. This one will be very important to keep in mind when looking at our weapon rolls. In the 4th column of Perpetualis, it can roll with the perk Golden Tricorn. This grants us a 15% damage increase after a weapon final blow, which can then get increased to a 50% damage increase if we follow up with a grenade or melee final blow. At first glance, this perk may not seem great for Strand, since our grenade and melees aren't necessarily lethal, but Strand weapons have a unique trick up their sleeve when it comes to Golden Tricorn. For whatever reason, getting a kill by destroying a Strand tangle with this weapon will activate Golden Tricorn ×2. This makes it even easier than other weapons to take advantage of that damage buff. When we have unraveling rounds, this weapon will be creating tangles left and right, as well as most of our abilities. The only thing you have to think about is shooting those Strand tangles whenever you see them for a free 50% damage buff. Keep in mind, this will also stack on top of activity modifiers like Strand Surge and Overcharged weapons, and any Surge mods that we have on our armor, which turns this weapon into a complete laser beam when we have all of those effects going. Perpetualis can also roll with the Hatchling perk, which spawns a Strand Threadling after rapid kills or precision final blows. This is a very fun perk to use, especially with a Threadling focused build. I love using it on my Warlock to take the Threadling build even further. You also have options like Demolitionist, which works great with Strand to get our grenade back quickly and reload our weapon constantly, or even Target Lock if you want to go that route. In the 3rd column, we have excellent perks as well. I highly recommend the perk Keep Away, which grants increased reload, range, and accuracy when no enemies are nearby. It's almost like a reverse threat detector. We also have options like Zen Moment and Envious Assassin in this column as well. You definitely don't want to sleep on this auto rifle. In my opinion, it is the best legendary Strand primary weapon that is currently in the game. The Immortal SMG is looking like a strong contender, but again, Perpetualis is also craftable with enhanced perks. Be sure to keep an eye out for Golden Tricorn or Hatchling on your random rolls, and I'll definitely be crafting it as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, a like and sub is greatly appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.